You're Perp back with another video, and I just got out of an early screening of Gran Turismo. Now, this is a movie that just at last minute got pushed back to August 25th. So I got lucky, and I know there's gonna be like another screener on like the 9th or whatnot. If y'all can go see it on the 9th, go see it on the 9th. But for the people that gotta wait, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry. I will not be spoiling anything for anybody that is looking forward to checking out this movie when it does release later on this month. That being said, let's get into this movie. This is directed by Neil Blomkamp, of all people. I never would have expected him to direct a Gran Turismo movie. The same guy that directed District 9 and Elysium and a list of other movies. He's definitely got some stinkers in there, but District 9, you good money with me. But Gran Turismo is joining the long lines of video game movie adaptations. We're getting a lot of them, and just with the success of something like Mario, you could definitely see PlayStation starting to kind of get into the realm of adapting their video games into live action. You know, you got The Last of Us, and I know they're trying to do a God of War and Forbidden West type of show or something like that. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that. I'm just letting you know. So this is following our main character, Jean. I don't know why the fuck his name is Jean, even though there's no Y in his name. I guess that's a UK thing. Anyways, he's pretty much like a big fan of Gran Turismo, the game. He's one of the best players in the world at this time. And we get introduced to the character that kind of starts off this whole entire challenge in the first place. That's played by Orlando Bloom, and that is what's his name, Mr. Moore or something like that. He kind of pitches this whole idea saying, we need to kind of shake things up at this company, and I have an idea. We're going to take one of these gamers from Gran Turismo and put him behind an actual race car and them do this whole entire challenge, yada yada yada. And he's pretty much more on the business side of things. He's not really too invested in the actual process or the actual sport of racing. He's an interesting character. And then we also have David Harbour in this, and he plays Jack. Jack is pretty much a mechanic, but also he's a former racer himself. He's somewhat of a legend amongst, racers and whatnot. But this is all about Jean's character and him becoming this real-time kind of racer and wanting to be taken serious, and going from the family drama where his father kind of wants him to do more than just focus on video games, and he feels like he's kind of wasting his potential, and he's not really getting out of the house much, and his brother is kind of just all over the place. So I like the family dynamic that they kind of start you off with while getting into the ins and outs of other things throughout the movie leading up to his big race. Him having to go through all the different trials and tribulations, like going to this like academy where Jack is going to teach him and teach a bunch of other gamers that come over all across the world what it takes to actually be behind the wheel of one of these things. And he lets them know, like, look, I have no faith in any of you. I don't think any of you are really built to make it in this, and people are going to laugh at you. People are really not going to take you serious. They're going to try to do you dirty. And I really like that whole kind of build up, for the whole 2 hours and I think 14 minutes is the runtime. You definitely feel the runtime at certain points, especially towards the last the last few minutes of this movie, like the third act. But I was never really bored. It just keeps you engaged, whether it just be the family dynamic to just the whole mentorship between Jack and Jan, and even him kind of dealing with a little bit of a love story that's kind of sprinkled in this movie as well. there's just a lot to like about this movie that I think they didn't try to rely on like nostalgia or try to hit you with a lot of product placement, even though it is like an official race. It was almost more like a Nissan commercial more than a PlayStation commercial. I kind of like that, you know, and they kept it on racing, even though it is a Gran Turismo. They did some interesting creative visuals to make you feel like you're playing a video game at sometimes, which was really dope. The setting, it kind of starting off in UK, was really dope and interesting. It's dope to kind of see fresh faces that you've never seen before. So I'm curious to see what some of these newer faces, newer actors are going to be able to do in the future. I think this is a movie you should definitely go check it out. And I'm kind of glad that Sony decided to delay this, because with just everything going on in the box office, it's better to get away from like the Ninja Turtles, get away from let Barbie kind of die down a little bit, let Oppenheimer die down a little bit, so you can kind of get some of that end of the summer going into fall money. And it'll be interesting to see if people kind of show up to this movie, because I think it is going to get good word of mouth. It surprised me how much I enjoyed watching this from start to finish, even though there are some little issues I have, but it doesn't take away from my enjoyment. Just certain things kind of happen a little bit too fast amongst the story, but there are stakes in this, they let you know. But yeah, that's just all I have to really say about the movie. Definitely go check this out whenever you get a chance. If you do watch it, let me know in the comments below what you thought about this movie. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.